What if I told you that a simple penny sitting in your jar of loose change could be worth up to $4 million? Yes, you heard that right. A penny, just like the one you probably toss aside without a second thought. But there's one coin that has collectors buzzing, the 1964 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this penny is so valuable and how you can spot one. Think about it. How would your life change if you discovered a fortune hiding in plain sight? Maybe it's the key to paying off debts, sending your kids to college, or finally living that dream lifestyle. But here's the catch: not every 1964 penny is valuable. And time is running out, as collectors are scooping these coins up fast. Today, we'll uncover the mystery of the 1964 no mint mark penny. We'll talk about its unique history, why it's worth so much, and, most importantly, how you can find one of your own. Stay with me, you don't want to miss a single detail. Let's go back to 1964. It was a pivotal year in American history. The Civil Rights Act was signed into law, the Beatles took over the charts, and the U.S. Mint was in overdrive producing coins. During this time, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies, but they didn't mark them with a P. That's why these pennies are referred to as no mint mark coins. Now, before you start tearing apart your couch cushions, let's clear something up. Not every 1964 penny is worth millions. If that were the case, we'd all be retired and sipping margaritas by the beach, right? So, what sets the valuable 1964 pennies apart? It's all about condition and rarity. Coins in mint condition, especially those graded as MS 67 or higher, can fetch staggering amounts. Some of these coins have sold for thousands at auction. But here's the kicker: there are rumors and verified sales of certain pristine specimens fetching up to $4 million, but how do you know if your penny is the jackpot coin? And what steps should you take to verify its worth? Hang tight, we're about to get into the details. First, grab a magnifying glass. Look at the date, 1964. No mint mark. Great, you're on the right track. Next, examine the condition. Does it look almost brand new, with little to no wear? If yes, it's time to consider getting it professionally graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can evaluate your coin and assign it a grade. This step is crucial because a high grade significantly boosts the value of your coin. Without this certification, collectors may hesitate to offer top dollar, but here's the thing: time is of the essence. The market for rare coins is red hot, and demand is only increasing. Every day you wait is a missed opportunity. Imagine finding out that your coin's value dropped because the market cooled off or collectors moved on to another trend. Don't let that happen to you. Quick question: when was the last time you checked that jar of coins? Could you be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it? Now that you know what to look for, it's time to take action. Check your coins, get them graded, and who knows, you might just be holding the key to a new, wealthier life. But don't stop there. Subscribe to this channel for more insider tips on rare coins and their hidden values. You don't want to miss what we've got coming up next. Speaking of which, in our next video, we'll dive into another rare coin that could be worth even more than the 1964 penny. Could it be hiding in your collection right now? Stay tuned to find out. Imagine a simple penny, an ordinary coin tucked away in a dusty jar or lost in the corner of your drawer, being the key to a fortune so staggering it could redefine your life. Now, what if I told you that a specific penny from 1976 with no mint mark has sold for up to $3.7 million? Yes, you heard that right. Not $37,000, not $370,000, but $3.7 million. Could you be sitting on a hidden treasure right now and not even know it? Hold that thought, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to determine if your pocket change is worth a life-changing sum. Let's dive in, but first, a quick question: have you ever thought about how something so small could turn into something so monumental? Let's find out together. To understand why this 1976 penny without a mint mark is so valuable, we need to look at its origin. Mint marks are tiny letters on coins that indicate where they were minted. If you look at most pennies, you'll see a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But the 1976 Lincoln penny with no mint mark? That's different. It was struck in Philadelphia, where they didn't use a mint mark back then. So, why is it worth millions? Here's the twist, it's not just about where it was minted. What makes this coin incredibly rare is its perfect condition, known as mint state. Picture this, a coin surviving nearly 50 years without a scratch, a nick, or even the faintest sign of wear. These coins are graded by experts, and a flawless grade, like MS-68 or MS-69, is what catapults their value into the millions. But wait, how can you tell if you have one of these pennies? Start by checking your 1976 pennies for the absence of a mint mark. Then, examine the condition. Is it shiny and untouched, or does it look like it's lived through a few decades of pocket duty? If it looks pristine, it's worth getting it evaluated by a professional coin grader. Quick pattern interrupt. Isn't it wild to think that some of us are walking around with coffee in one hand and a potential goldmine in the other, without even knowing it? Transitioning back, let's talk numbers. A 1976 penny graded at MS-67 might fetch a few $1,000s. But MS-68 or higher? That's where we're talking about those jaw-dropping millions. Just imagine being handed a check for $3.7 million for a coin that's been sitting in a jar collecting dust. How would that change your life? Now, here's the exciting part, you have the power to uncover hidden treasure. Go through your old coin jars, check those pennies tucked into your car's cup holder, or even ask family members if they have old change lying around. Every moment you wait could be a moment someone else discovers a fortune that could have been yours. But here's the urgency, rare coins like these are gaining attention from collectors, and their value can fluctuate with demand. Don't let your opportunity slip away. If you think you found a promising penny, consult a professional grader immediately. It's an investment that could pay off in unimaginable ways. Cliffhanger. In our next video, we'll reveal another coin that might be hiding in plain sight and is worth even more. Could it be lurking in your collection right now? Stay tuned, because this journey into rare coin collecting has just begun. Hold on to your seats because today, we're diving into a coin so valuable it could change your financial future overnight. What if I told you that a humble 1979 D mint mark Lincoln penny could be worth up to $3.50 million? Yes, you heard that right. This small, unassuming penny could be your ticket to a wealthy lifestyle you've only dreamed of. Now, before you dismiss it as impossible, hear me out. Stick around for the next 10 minutes, because you might just find out that the coin in your pocket could be worth a fortune. Let's dive into why this specific penny, and others like it, can fetch prices that seem almost too good to be true. But trust me, it's not fiction, it's the real deal. It all starts with the 1979 D mint mark Lincoln penny. You might think, 1979. That's just a regular penny, right? Well, yes and no. The standard 1979 D pennies are worth just 1 cent. But there's something special about a small percentage of them, something that makes them invaluable to the right buyer. The key to these pennies' worth lies in a rare minting error, or perhaps more accurately, the potential for a rare minting error. These pennies might seem perfectly normal, but some were struck with a condition so unique, they're practically one of a kind. That's where the magic happens. These errors are what make the value skyrocket into the millions. Imagine this, you're digging through a jar of old coins, just like you've done 100 times before. But this time, something catches your eye. A 1979 D mint mark Lincoln penny. You don't think much of it, but you keep it. And guess what? That could be the moment you strike gold. Now, let's talk numbers. If you're lucky enough to find one of these error pennies, you're looking at values starting at thousands of dollars. But hold on to your hats, because the real shock comes when we dive into the extreme examples. One such coin, a 1979 D penny with an incredible minting error, sold at auction for $3.5 million. Yes, that's right. A penny, that's literally worth more than some houses. And here's the kicker, it wasn't just a random penny with an error. No, it was a double die obverse error, meaning the design was struck twice, giving it an extremely rare and distinctive look, this is what makes certain 1979 D pennies so valuable. The error is subtle, but unmistakable to the trained eye. This is not something you're going to see in your average coin collection. You have to know what you're looking for. But hey, don't go tossing all your change in a frenzy just yet. If you're about to go diving into your couch cushions looking for gold, let me tell you, not every 1979 D penny is worth millions. But what if yours is? Scene transition, a serious look at the coin's potential flaws. Here's the thing. This penny, it's a treasure in disguise. But knowing what to look for is the key. Because the truth is, if you don't spot the error, you're just holding on to a regular coin. And if you miss it, well, the chance to cash in on this rare discovery could slip through your fingers, so, what now? You're probably asking yourself, how do I find a 1979 D mint mark Lincoln penny like this? The answer is simple, but the window of opportunity is narrow. You have to be quick and precise. Do not wait. The coin market is competitive, and these pennies don't sit around for long. Collectors and investors are actively hunting for coins like this, so you need to know exactly what you're looking for and act fast. Whether you're at a coin shop, an estate sale, or just going through your own collection, make sure you're inspecting each 1979 D penny carefully. You could very well be holding a rare treasure that could make you a fortune. But don't make the mistake of overlooking the details. This could be your moment. Now, you might be wondering, how do you know if your penny is the real deal? Well, that's where the story gets even more interesting. Stick around, because in just a few moments, I'm going to show you exactly what to look for and how to get your penny appraised for the highest value possible. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. So stay tuned. Your coin could be worth millions. But it all comes down to one simple question: do you know what to look for? Let's find out. Are you sitting on a potential gold mine without even knowing it? A simple, everyday penny could be worth millions, and I'm about to tell you how you could have one of the rarest, most valuable coins in your pocket right now. But don't blink, because in the next 10 minutes, your life could change forever. Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny? Worth millions? Surely not. We've all heard about rare coins. Maybe you've even Googled it or watched some videos about treasure hunting with coins. But I'm not talking about just any penny. I'm talking about the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin so rare that it could be worth up to $3.3 million, but before you start rummaging through every penny jar you've got, hold on. This isn't about a normal, run-of-the-mill 1980 penny. It's about a very specific mistake coin, one that slipped through the cracks of the U.S. Mint and is now worth more than most people make in a lifetime. You might be asking, how could this happen? Isn't every coin supposed to have a mint mark, or does it? This is where it gets interesting. In 1980, the U.S. Mint produced coins at different facilities. Normally, each coin has a mint mark to tell you where it was produced. But for some unknown reason, a small batch of pennies, just a few of them, were released with no mint mark at all. And that's the treasure you're looking for. So, why is this so important? Well, if you happen to find one of these rare 1980 no mint mark pennies, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding history, and a piece of incredibly rare American currency. But here's where things get a little more intense. There have been very few of these coins discovered in circulation. So few, in fact, that if you find one in good condition, you could be sitting on something worth a small fortune. Now, I know what you're thinking. How am I supposed to find one of these rare coins? That's the million-dollar question. But don't worry, I'm about to break it down for you. But hey, if you just checked the bottom of your couch cushions or dug through your penny jar, I'm not saying you'll find one. But then again, who hasn't found a forgotten dollar bill under the couch, right? The reason these coins are so valuable is that they're incredibly rare, and when one of these 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies hits the market, the price skyrockets. And when I say skyrockets, I mean it. The top auction prices for these rare pennies have hit over $3.3 million. Yes, you heard me right. A single penny that could be worth more than a house. More than some people's lifetime earnings. Imagine that feeling, the excitement, the anticipation, when you realize that the little copper coin you've been carrying around could make you a millionaire. But here's the catch, you need to act fast. These coins don't stay hidden forever, and the moment one of them pops up for sale, collectors, investors, and enthusiasts are ready to pounce. So time is of the essence. Now, I know you might still be wondering, but how do I know if I have one? I'm about to dive into the signs, the telltale features of this rare coin, so stay with me, because you won't want to miss these details. Before we get into the specifics, let me ask you one last question. If you found a 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny worth millions, would you know how to sell it? Or would you let the opportunity slip through your fingers? Keep watching to learn exactly what steps you need to take, because there's more to this than just finding the coin. So, let's talk specifics. The 1980 no-mint mark penny has several key identifiers. First, the lack of a mint mark is the obvious giveaway. But you also need to consider the coin's condition. A coin that's worn down with heavy scratches or visible damage is worth a fraction of what a pristine specimen will fetch, and here's where it gets urgent. Right now, if you own one of these coins in good condition, you may be sitting on a potential fortune, but you have to be careful. Coin collectors are constantly hunting for these rare pennies. And with the value skyrocketing, the competition to buy them is fierce. Every day that passes could be a missed opportunity to cash in on a rare find that could change your life forever. So, let's review. You've got a 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. You check its condition. And you realize that this is one of the rarest, most valuable coins in the world today. The next step. Finding a reputable dealer, a coin expert, or an auction house who understands the true value of your coin, and if you found one, don't worry. You don't need to rush down to your local pawn shop and hope they recognize its value. Trust me, you don't want to accidentally sell your rare coin for pocket change. That's like selling a Ferrari for the price of a used bicycle. Not a good deal. If you're ready to take action, start by checking the pennies you have at home, researching any unusual coins you come across, and reaching out to trusted experts in the numismatic world. Remember, a single 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could change your life forever, and you don't want to miss your chance. If you're serious about selling your rare coins and stepping into a wealthier future, it's time to educate yourself, take the next step, and make sure you're ready when opportunity knocks. So, stay tuned to this channel for more valuable insights on rare coins, and hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out on other coin treasures that could be worth a fortune. The world of rare coins is full of hidden treasures, but only a few people ever find them. Will you be one of them? Or will you let this life-changing opportunity slip through your fingers? The choice is yours. You're going through a box of old pennies, just like any other day. You stumble upon a 1996 Lincoln penny, nothing special, right? But what if I told you that penny could be worth up to $3 million? Hold on, before you brush this off as another wild claim. Stick with me, because this penny could change your life. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why it's worth a small fortune. Let's dive in. Let's start at the beginning. The 1996 Lincoln penny was produced at the Denver Mint in 1996. Back then, it seemed like just another regular penny, part of everyday circulation. No one thought this coin would become a rare treasure worth millions of dollars. But that's exactly what makes this penny so extraordinary. Why? Because most of the 1996 pennies are worth only 1 cent. But there's a small group, a very small group, that are worth much, much more. These coins have something unique about them, something you won't find in your regular change jar. Now, what makes the 1996 Lincoln penny so special? Let me paint the picture for you. There's a rare error on some of these pennies, an error that can send their value skyrocketing. A misprinted coin, something that's practically a mistake in the minting process, is exactly what can turn your ordinary penny into a life-changing fortune. Have you ever found something in your change jar and wondered, could this be valuable? Well, here's your wake-up call. That penny, sitting in your drawer, might be worth a fortune. Now, you're probably thinking, I've seen these stories before, but it's never me who gets lucky. Well, here's the thing, it could be you. Don't miss your shot. Let's break it down. The specific error you're looking for is a doubling of the date, the 1996, on the front. This unique flaw, called double die error, isn't something you're going to find in every 1996 D penny, but it's out there, and it's worth millions. Imagine finding one in your pocket change or, better yet, in that dusty coin jar you've been ignoring for years. Now, let's talk about the value. In 2021, one of these 1996 D pennies, with the double die error, sold for over $3 million at auction. Let that sink in. A single coin, worth just 1 cent at face value, sold for an amount that could change someone's life forever. Imagine that, but don't start pulling out your pennies just yet. There's a catch. These pennies are incredibly rare, and finding one isn't as easy as looking through your change. You need to know what you're looking for. So, let me help you with that. Are you ready? Pay close attention to the details here, because this is the crucial part that most people miss. Have you ever squinted at your pennies so hard, you think you might be imagining things? Well, this time, that squint might actually pay off. Let's talk about what happens if you find one of these rare 1996 D pennies. First things first, don't just run to the nearest pawn shop or coin dealer. They may not recognize its value, or worse, they might offer you a fraction of what it's worth. You need to understand how to authenticate and appraise it properly. Getting a certified appraisal is your first step. Find a reputable numismatist or coin dealer with a track record. They'll evaluate your coin, make sure it's the real deal, and confirm whether it's worth millions. But here's the twist, there's a lot of people just like you, out there, searching for these coins. And time is of the essence. If you don't know how to spot these rare pennies, someone else might, and you'll miss out on a life-changing opportunity. That I can feel your excitement right now, and I want you to hold on to that. But here's the thing, the market for these rare coins isn't going to stay the same forever. As more collectors learn about this, the value could either rise, or drop, and here's a scary thought, if you don't act quickly, that rare penny could slip right through your fingers. Imagine finding that $3 million coin, but failing to get it appraised in time. What if it ends up being worth only a fraction of that, or even worse, goes unnoticed altogether? That's why now is the time to act. Before we wrap up, let me ask you this, do you want to continue living the same life, or do you want to change your financial future? Do you want to take control of your destiny, one rare coin at a time? The 1996 D Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's an opportunity. A chance to change your life. So, I urge you to look through your coin collection, to be vigilant, and to take action if you find one of these rare pennies. The difference between a regular penny and a $3 million penny is just a small detail, and that detail could be yours to discover. If you found a rare penny today, how would your life change? Would you pay off debt? Live the life you've always dreamed of? This is your chance. Don't let it slip away. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more insights on how rare coins can transform your financial future. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a potential fortune. 2001 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny out there, right now, worth up to $2.5 million. You might be thinking, is this for real? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how you could unlock that kind of wealth, just by selling a coin most people overlook. But first, let's take a deep dive into the world of rare pennies, where every tiny detail could mean the difference between a few cents and millions in your pocket. The 2001 D Lincoln penny is often dismissed as just another coin from the early 2000s. You've probably seen it 1,000 times without giving it a second thought. But here's the shocking truth. There are certain 2001 D pennies that are extremely rare and worth a fortune. Most of them were minted in Denver, which is where the D mint mark comes from. But just a few of these coins have a unique flaw that makes them highly sought after by collectors, and those flaws could mean thousands, or even millions, of dollars in value. But before you rush off to check your piggy bank or coin jar, let's make sure you know exactly what to look for. We've all been there. The "I'm going to be rich" moment, only to find pennies that barely even buy a cup of coffee. But trust me, this one's different. The key to this 2001 VDB Lincoln penny's enormous value lies in a mistake, an error that happened during production. You see, some of these pennies were struck with a double die, causing a noticeable distortion in the design. Most notably, the image of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the lettering on the reverse show a clear doubling effect. That's the key trait collectors are hunting for. You might be thinking, how could such a small flaw be worth that much money? Here's the thing, coin collectors are relentless in their pursuit of perfection, and rare errors like this are coveted. The rarer the flaw, the more valuable the coin becomes. But here's where it gets really interesting. It's not just the double die that gives this penny its value. There's a twist, an even rarer version of this coin that could push its worth to the unimaginable $2.5 million mark. But what is this version? How do you find it? Well, I'm about to reveal that, but you'll have to stick with me to the end of the video to find out. Now that you know the basics, let's talk about how you can turn your coin into a small fortune. First, you need to make sure that you have one of these rare 2001 VDB Lincoln pennies with the double die error. But don't worry, it's not as difficult as you think. If your penny has the doubling effect clearly visible, it could be worth hundreds of dollars, even if it's not in perfect condition. But the real goldmine? That rare version with the double die and additional unique features, like a misalignment or a rare stamping error, could fetch you the kind of money that would change your life forever. We're talking about thousands, tens of thousands, or even millions of dollars at auction. That I know what you're thinking. Should I just toss this coin into an auction right now? Hold up, there's still more you need to know. Before you rush off to sell your penny, there are a few things to consider. First, you'll want to get your coin professionally graded by a certified numismatic expert. The higher the grade, the more value your coin will have. And second, be prepared to sell it through reputable channels like major coin auction houses. They'll ensure you get the maximum value for your rare coin. Now, I know you're probably itching to go check your coin collection. You're probably wondering, could I have one of these hidden treasures? Well, the only way to find out is to take action. Don't wait, this rare coin could be sitting right under your nose. But hold on, there's one final secret I'm about to reveal. It's a trick that many experienced coin collectors use to get top dollar for their rare pennies. You won't believe how simple it is, and it could make all the difference when it comes time to sell your coin for millions. But before I share that with you, hit the subscribe button, because you won't want to miss the next video, where I'll show you this game-changing coin selling strategy. Alright, are you ready to turn your coins into cash? Your rare 2001 VDB Lincoln penny could be worth a fortune, but you have to know what you're looking for, and take the right steps. Get it graded, find the right buyer, and start living that wealthy lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this helpful, and leave a comment telling me if you've got a coin worth millions, or maybe you just found one after watching this video. Stay tuned for more coin tips, and remember, your next big payday might be just a coin flip away.